guys, it's Elena, and today I have a clean with me video. We are cleaning up after winter break with the kiddos. The kids were home for like 2 weeks, maybe even more than 2 weeks it feels like, and I didn't really do anything other than like the bare minimum as far as cleaning up the house because all three of them were here and it was just hectic and crazy. You know, we hosted Christmas for my family and we hosted Christmas for my husband's like siblings and stuff and the cousins and everybody, so the house was a mess and it needed to be tidied up a little bit. So in the background you're going to be watching me clean up the house, but we're also going to be talking about a random general life update. I asked on Instagram what you guys wanted to hear me talk about for the voiceover for this cleaning video, and it was kind of tied between like a general life update and also, what was the other thing? Oh, winter blues. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about how everybody's been. So the kiddos have been all sick. We've had like a stomach bug go through the house. It feels like it went through the house like twice, like right after each other, and it kind of sucked. Everybody had yucky belly aches. There was some throwing up and it was just not great. So I think we're getting out of that. I think everybody is good right now and I think we're gonna get through it, but that sucked. I would much rather wipe boogery, snotty, runny nosed little kiddos around like for a week than deal with tummy ache and throw up and stuff like that. Like I would much rather have a cold go through the house than stomach bugs, and it feels like that's what this school year has been all about. I feel like we've had stomach bugs a handful of times already and like the colds really haven't been that bad. Whereas like the last couple of years, like everybody had colds all the time. So this year's just like totally different and it's gross and I don't like it. It's not cool. So anyway, for Christmas, even some of the kiddos had belly aches like on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and we had some meltdowns and breakdowns and just general unhappiness, and everybody was just tired, and so Christmas was not like the best. It didn't suck, but it was not like super perfect or anything. Everybody just kind of was over the sickness, and seeing so many people and just being busy all the time, it really was starting to get to us. So anyway, I feel like we're on the mend anyway. So I am somebody who has in the past really loved wintertime. I do still love seeing the snow. Like waking up to snow is literally the best thing ever. I absolutely love it. But as I've become a grown-up, you know, as I've become a mom, I like winter less and less, and I feel the seasonal depression and the winter blues really getting to me as an adult. I wonder if like when I was younger, like when I was a teenager or in college, I used to love winter a lot. Just the idea of like maybe having a snow day was always really fun, you know? And I also grew up in a place, like my childhood home had a pretty big backyard with some trees, you know, kind of a little bit wooded, you know, and had a pond, and just looking out the window and seeing that beautiful scenery with snow all over always made me happy. And then when I became an adult and I got married, we lived in a subdivision and our backyard was just the view of the backyard neighbor's house. That we didn't have anything pretty to look at when it snowed. It was just a stupid neighborhood. So now that I am back in a home where we have a yard, we have woods, we have pretty scenery when it snows, I hope that that will make me a little bit happier just to see the beauty of winter and be able to spend time out in nature even though it's cold and wet and kind of yucky. So anyway, with, you know, winter coming, winter's here, I've been trying to implement some more activities and stuff that might be able to help me get through the winter happily, right? So I have been into reading more since we moved in. I feel like I've been reading a lot more than I had been previously, even though it's only, you know, like 3 books a month. It's more than I usually do. I've been trying to get back into reading, and I've also been opening up more to audiobooks. I used to be like, you know, kind of anti-audiobooks, but actually there's a time and a place for both. You know, there's a time when you want to sit on the couch with a book physically and just relax and sit there and chill, and there's a time when you want to clean the house or do the dishes or, you know, take care of the kids, and also want to be listening to something entertaining at the same time too. So I have definitely learned to embrace audiobooks, and I'm super glad that my local library gives us a little bit of access to different apps that have audiobooks on them, so I can, you know, for that day I can choose, am I ready to sit down on the couch and just chill and read, or do I need to like get stuff done and also listen to an entertaining story at the same time? So that's been great. I've also started crocheting. I literally just learned to crochet at the beginning of December. My mom has always crocheted and knitted ever since I can remember, but I had never really, actually when I was like younger, when I was like a teenager, I asked her to teach me how to crochet, and I tried it like maybe once or twice, and it really, I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't get my tension right, and it just felt really hard to actually pull the loops through the hook, on the hook and everything, and I just thought, this is dumb, I'm not gonna mess with it. But now as an adult, I've finally taken a second look at it, and I actually have been really enjoying it. I made a couple little hats, I've made like random little ornaments and stuff for the kiddos, and I actually just tackled a sweater for Barrett, and that was very rewarding, and I actually got done pretty quick. I think it took like 4 days. It was like over 20 hours of work to put together that sweater, but I am so happy with it. It makes me happy every time I see it because it's like a real big accomplishment, something cooler, and something I really didn't thought that I would be able to accomplish so soon. So I've been really happy crocheting, and that kind of, you know, that kind of goes along with reading too. Like I can listen to an audiobook and crochet at the same time, so I'm getting 2 fun activities done at the same time. It's been kind of nice. So I've actually decided to tackle a temperature blanket this year. I mean, it's only the first week of January, so we'll see if it even like happens. But a temperature blanket is like a crochet blanket that you crochet a certain part of every day for like the high temperature or the average temperature, and you like make a little chart, like, you know, red could be in the 90s and blues are in the 30s or whatever, just whatever colors you want to do. So I've decided I'm gonna tackle that. My husband thought it was kind of a cool idea. He picked out the bright colors to use for the blanket, and yeah, it's been like 4 days, and I've done 4 days, 4 rows of my blanket, so that's good at least. But that's a big project, you know. Not that you have to crochet every single day, but just that you have to eventually do that day's row or block or whatever it is, what a little granny square or whatever it is that you're doing for your crochet blanket. But yeah. That's gonna be fun. I think it'll be cool, and my husband keeps saying, you know, it doesn't matter, like, even if it takes you a couple years to accomplish, it doesn't matter. It's just a fun, big activity, and, you know, a big, like, he really loves having, like, large blankets, like, to lounge around with in the living room. It'll be a really big blanket to have, and it'll commemorate, like, the first full year that we've been in the house. It'll be cool, so we'll see. Hopefully it goes okay. Hopefully I can stick with it. So yeah, it's the new year. I haven't really made any resolutions because things have been super great. Life is really, really good right now. I'm happy. Everything is awesome. The winter blues haven't set in yet, at least. And I've been trying to implement fun activities to make myself happy outside of just being a mom, right? So I haven't made any new resolutions. I've just, since like September, October, I've been trying to get back into, you know, reading, and I do work out. Like, I walk on the treadmill a couple times a week. Like, I just try to take some time for myself the past few months, and I'm just gonna keep continuing to do that. I haven't set any resolutions or any new goals or anything. I'm just gonna keep doing what I've been doing because it's been working, and I've been really, really happy, and everything is super great. In other news, Mr. Bear has decided that he's gonna quit naps. He really only takes a couple naps a week now. If he takes a nap, he just is so hard to put down in the evenings. He'll stay up till like 10 o'clock, and we are not a family that stays up until 10 o'clock. We want the kids in bed by like 7:30. So he's been quitting naps, which can be difficult, you know, trying to transition from having like 2-3 hours of free time every day as a mom with a kiddo who naps great to a kiddo who's just awake all day long. It's kind of a hard little transition for me right now. We do like quiet time, you know, like rest time in the afternoons, like after lunch. Like I'll put him on the couch and just put on the TV and give him a blanket and a pillow, and he'll just like, you know, zombie out watching whatever show is on. And that's okay. But sometimes he does pass out. He'll just fall asleep there, and that's okay too. That's okay with me. Just that it becomes difficult at bedtime if he does end up passing out. And it doesn't matter if he sleeps for 20 minutes or if he sleeps for 3 full hours. He will just be a pain to put down. And if you try to wake him before he's ready, after, like during his nap, he just has an attitude the rest of the day. So we're trying to navigate this new little phase for my kiddo, who he's getting to be a big kid. He's gonna be 3 this spring, so he's trying to figure out where he wants to be in his little world, right? He's also learning the potty, and that still that's difficult. I don't like potty training. It's definitely my least favorite stage of parenthood so far, but we're trying to get through potty training. He is just not catching on like he was in the beginning. He was doing super good for like the first month, and then he just totally has forgotten everything. And we've tried, you know, stickers, and we've tried like candy rewards. Lately, this past week, I've been trying to do just like naked butt potty training, which worked really well for my 2 older kiddos. Just letting him run around the house naked, and sometimes he'll pee on the floor, sometimes he'll pee on himself, and I think it kind of like helps him like remember like, oh yeah, I need to be thinking about when I need to go pee. And so I think that's kind of been helping a little bit, but we've only been doing it for like a week or something, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, anyway, that's pretty much my little life update for you guys. Let me know how your new year is going. I hope everybody is doing great. I hope that we all make it through the winter with less winter blues than usual. I hope that this winter is a good one. I can't wait to see some snow. We haven't had like a real snow yet. We had like a couple days of like flurries, but like it never stuck or anything. And I can't wait to see a big snow out here in the woods. It's gonna be so awesome. I can't wait to be living right next to the cousins and have everybody playing in the snow together on, you know, snow days from school. That's gonna be super fun. I can't wait for that. Hopefully we get some good snow and we can actually do that. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!